Alright, I am back for episode 8, and in the last one, I was just about to set up stone smelting, so I'm gonna finish that now. I'm gonna probably have to tap into like all 3 of these stone patches because they're really small. But maybe not, maybe a couple will work. It's about like 30 mining drills per smelting column that I use, so we'll see. I just woke up, so my voice sounds a little groggy, but that's okay. I'm gonna use this. This is 27, so this is actually almost a full thing, but I'll tap into the second one just so that I make it last for a while. Because eventually 1 or 2 of these will get fully mined. There's only 87 in this one. This one will stop working, so it won't be 27, it'll be 26. And so if I set up like 35, 40 drills, then I won't have to go back and put more mining drills later. That makes sense. I'll go tap this one up here because it's not touching anything else. This one's kind of really close to coal and iron. I'm a little nervous because, I mean, I have played a lot of this game, but I always get to a certain part of the game and kind of quit because I don't know what to do from there. Or like the other planets. I know how the other planets work, but I haven't really like mastered them yet. I'm kind of worried about like getting there. But it'll be fun, I think. It'll motivate me to like actually continue. I also get stuck. Like when I get to a certain point in this game, I'm like, I don't know what to do, and then I try to do stuff for a while and just burn out. So I think making this series will like help motivate me to actually see it through all the way. And making my own stuff. I'm trying not to, because I use a lot of blueprints I find online. Just because for a lot of things I struggle to make something like that works well. Or I'll make something and I'm like, oh, this sucks. So then I just end up using it for like a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna look at somebody who really knows how to play this game and use their stuff. But I think for this one, it'll be more fun if I try to create my own designs for like the spaceship. And I mean the mega base, I've never made like what I've always wanted to do is make like a train base where there's trains flying everywhere and science is hundreds per minute and stuff. I've never gotten to that point. I've seen people get there, but never done it, so should be interesting trying to figure out for the first time myself. But I think I can do it. Alright, so this is plenty enough stone to last for a long time. We just need coal to fuel it. And honestly, I can probably, since I'm not really going to use this anymore, I mean, this is still making stuff, yes, but I'm going to start actually properly making all the things I need for the big base up there. I could probably just get rid of this fuel line right here and steal it to be used for smelting, because I don't think I really need this stuff crafting anymore. I don't really spend the time to like disassemble it, because right now I'd have to do it by hand, like pick up each part. I usually wait later till I get bots, disassemble it by just putting down a deconstruction planer. But yeah, now we are gonna have stone bricks. And I think with that, I could start making some things on the bus. This is the part I'm not great at either, so it's probably not gonna be perfect. I I have games where I'll make something and it's spaghetti because it's just all over the place. And then I'll have games where I'm like, all right, I'm going to be really organized, and I just use someone else's blueprint. So I've never like spent the time to really like iron out making the stuff on the bus look really neat. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Like I said, I don't really do like ratios and all that, so you know, for all the starting things, you need gears, you need chips, and so a lot of times, well, like what I was doing over here, I was making the gears on site for everything. Normally what you'll do is like where I'm going to be making all those things, you just have a few machines making gears and putting them on a belt. But we'll see. I could also fill this in, but I don't think I'll really need these chips just yet. And something I did want to do as well this episode, which I can cut out, is I wanted to get more vision, so go and place radars along all the edges, so it kind of goes farther out. Because I'm getting to the point now where there's some biters on the horizon, my pollution cloud's almost reaching there, so I'm going to start having to defend soon. I'll probably do that towards the end of this episode, and just cut it out, me running all over the place, because it's kind of boring to watch. And then I think I did talk about starting science up, since I haven't been researching in a while either. Out of belts. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna start and see how these, the more you branch off, the more of these empty spaces you'll get. Nothing's being used down there yet. So like it looks full, but if it was fully moving, like when I was drawing those belts out, it moved everything down. There's spaces. So usually what I do every time I branch off, I do one of these little balancers just to keep it evenly pulling from all four of the belts instead of like heavily pulling from just this bottom one right here. So I have this one that's splitting off, it's bringing some down, this one's splitting off. So by the time all the copper gets through to this belt, it's already half of it's gone on this one, half of it's gone on this one. It's going to be way less than the 15 per second. So I do this little balancer right here, and this makes it so after half of the stuff from this belt is going down, then it gets rebalanced. Now it's evenly pulling, these four belts are evenly pulling from all four of these, and so it'll even itself out. So I try to do that every time I pull, or at least like every time I pull heavy off the belt. Like if I put down a machine and it's only going to be using, you know, 5 iron, I'm not going to put a whole splitter here, but these things are using a lot more than like 5 copper. These belts are using what? 2 copper per second, and there's how many of them? A lot. So that's why it's good to put like this balancer. Do another one on the iron. Alright. We almost have stone up here. It's getting here eventually. Yeah, might as well just start making stuff. So, all the things I was making down there, I'm going to want to make up here. Transport belts, undergrounds, splitters. Basically all the things that I'm going to need to build more onto this base. Do I want to start researching first? If I was really smart, I would make all these base things and leave room for like the higher tier things, because like belts, you get better belts. I'm not like super smart like that. I can't think that far ahead, or at least I'm not good at that part of the game yet. So I think for now, alright, I'm just gonna visualize what I need, what I can make at this part first. So, belts. And undergrounds are gonna need belts. And splitters are gonna need belts as well. I'm gonna want, so these things take chips, iron belts, iron gears, iron belts. So I can make all the things that take iron chips and gears now at this place. So these take iron chips and gears. These red ones take iron gears, and these ones, the blue ones, take iron chips, and these ones, what else can I make here? Obviously all the base things, pipes, underground pipes, iron chests, but drills take these things, assembling machines take these things, and what else? I do want to automate kind of everything, just so I don't have to handcraft anything. But for now, let's see. Maybe repair packs. Okay, so here we're gonna work on making all of these things. So all of these things take gears, or half of them take gears, half of them take chips. So we're gonna start with the gears part. So I'm gonna focus on making these 9 things. So maybe I'm gonna do, these are gonna make gears, and put them onto this belt. These are also gonna make gears, and put them onto this belt. So I'll have 6 things making gears, because we're gonna need lots of gears for all these things. And I'm almost out of belts. This is going to be my last little supply run where I run to the other base because I'm low on materials, but we're going to start making everything up here so I won't have to run down there anymore. Got rid of all those base materials in my pocket. Alright, so I'm going to run right here, grab what's in this chest, and that should be our last little supply run. At least for belts. No, off-centered. Alright. Then, so we're making some gears. So now I can, and I think a good thing to do for this, just for being neat, is put these on undergrounds like this. Less belts flying around everywhere. So the first thing we're gonna make that takes gears. Visualizing, let's see. We're gonna make belts. So belts now being made up here take some gears in, take some iron in, and output it into a chest. And like all the other ones, I'm not going to limit these because for the bus you need so many belts, so it's fine if it makes infinite number. I don't really care. Then splitters, and I'm going to do splitters right here. So this is going to take some belts in. It's going to take some iron in, and it's going to put these into a chest. Limit that to like 4. That's fine. Then right up here, one, two, three. Okay, right here. It's gonna be undergrounds. Instead of pulling from a chest like that, I'm just gonna try to be consistent. So it's gonna pull from once this chest gets full. Or it's gonna pull directly from what's being made and put into this one. These long-handed inserters can pull this space. So I'm gonna continue that right here. So these take some iron in and some belts in, and put the undergrounds right here. Actually probably need more undergrounds than that. You use a lot of undergrounds when you're using a bus. Okay. What else? So I was gonna make inserters as well. I'll do it just north of these. And I don't really have the foresight, like I said, to like build these, like there's red belts, blue belts. I don't really have that kind of game knowledge just yet. So I'll just remake it later when I have the other things unlocked. But you can leave space, like what a lot of people do, they'll leave space to pull from the base belts and build the better ones or whatever. That's just a lot. So I'm still, I don't know, even thousands of hours and I'm still learning stuff. I think that's why it's important to like play the game and like actually make your own blueprints instead of like searching for them, because then you'll actually learn why to do certain things. But anyways, so I'm gonna bring some chips up here, and these are gonna be able to pull from this far belt. So I need chips for those. So then, making things with those 3. I'm gonna draw this out a bit more. So we need gears all the way up here. So this is gonna make. So I need yellow inserters, and I need long-handed inserters and blue inserters. So I'm gonna do like I did here, where these top and bottom things need this middle one. I'm gonna do the red ones on the bottom. And they're gonna pull from a machine right here that's making the yellow ones. And these are gonna also go into a machine that's making the blue ones. So the yellow ones right here are gonna take iron in, they're gonna take gears in, and they're gonna take chips in. And they're gonna store some. I'm not gonna limit this pretty heavily because I want to phase out using yellow ones eventually. I want to use only blue ones. These ones are gonna take yellow ones from up there, they're gonna take gears, and they're gonna take iron. And they're pretty useful, so I will... Oh, that's gonna bug me. I didn't leave an extra space. I gotta shift this all up 1. No. Okay, it's fine. I have the copy paste function. So I did cut instead of copy. I had this like this. I'm gonna move it up one just for consistency's sake, where there's one space in between, or else I'll drive my OCD crazy. Then for this one, let me limit this again, yeah. Okay. For this one, it needs iron, it needs chips, and it needs the yellow ones. And this one I'm gonna want more of, because I'm gonna want to switch to everything being blue, because blue are just faster, they're better. Alright, now we're making all three of these automatically. So that's good. I can switch to making some stuff on this side. So let's see, what can I make? What else? I have these three things, I have these three things. And you can really, I mean, you can draw this out and make this as long ways as you want, or you can make a couple different ones. The only problem with like going really long is that the more stuff's being made up here, the less stuff will be on the end. Like how right here, when these ones are taking all the resources, these ones weren't getting any until these chests were full. So I think this is probably as long as I'm gonna make it, and then I'll just make another, you know, branch over here for some other things. I think on this side I'll just do the things that take all the just iron stuff. So like some chests. I really want to move on from using these chests. Actually, I have steel, so I shouldn't even make those chests. This 36 regular iron chest will last me. Steel chests are just better. They have more space. And since I already set up steel, I'm going to wait until I do one of these production column things that uses steel. We're going to have to do all the science for that. Maybe next episode I'll set up red and green science production so I can start researching the next stuff. But right now, I'm gonna make some pipes up here. Limit this to about right here. 4 is good. This is gonna make underground pipes. That's overkill. I'm gonna limit that to 2. And it needs these regular pipes, and now I just need to oops. This is not gonna be like pretty, huh? There we go. Ooh, lights. I need lights. Because I'm tired of not being able to see. Just thought about that. Gonna handcraft some lights. Don't judge me, because I don't even have copper up here yet. And, like, I could run copper up, but I don't know if I want to for this side. This is all like iron gears, chips. If I had copper in there, it's gonna look messy. All right. What else? What else? Making these 3, making these 3, these 2. Not gonna make this one, but I am gonna make this one later. I do want to get this stuff to make power, because now that I mentioned power, we're not fully using it because everything's not running at once, but very quickly I'm going to start tapping into too much power. So I'm gonna want to put down all these things, but I don't want to handcraft all this stuff. I need to make machines making it. So I'm gonna do another one of these production columns to the right, because it's gonna need some things for stone, which I don't have on the bus currently. It's gonna need pipes, and right now I only need the gears. So I could do assembling machines, mining drills, repair packs. I could automate labs. I was thinking about changing this to labs so that I could just like do a red inserter over to here, but honestly, I never really use more than like 20 labs for the early game. So I don't hate just handcrafting the labs I'm gonna use. Once I start like upscaling the base and want to use more labs than that, like I'll be at a place where I can make them a lot easier, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm not gonna use that many. So I'll just make the 20. I'll do, this will be mining drills. This will be assembling machines. This will be repair packs. What's one more thing? Radars? Yeah, and this will be radars. I'll flip those around because repair packs, I don't know. Makes more sense to me. So these take gears. I'm gonna need some chips on this side as well. So, gonna take some iron, gonna take some gears. So put these into this chest. And it's gonna take some chips. This one, same thing. Gears, iron, chips, and put them in the chest. Right now I'm just kind of limiting everything. These I won't need that many of, so I'll definitely limit these to like 1 stack maybe. Same thing, these take gears, they take iron, they take chips. I'll do 2 stacks, that should be enough. And then these just take these 2 things. Repair packs, all maybe like this many. And yeah, so that is it for setting up production. Some people call this a mall because you go shopping, like when you need stuff, you just run over to the mall, grab some things you need. Some people call it a hub, but basically this is my first column of things that I'm just making that I'll need. So now for all these materials right here, I don't have to handcraft them and I don't have to run way over here. So basically this is what I'm gonna do for a lot of things. So I'm gonna make a couple more of these later once I get some research unlocked. And then somewhere along the line I'll do science. I'm probably gonna do labs, like science labs for research right here, I think. I usually do like a long thing of research labs. There's just not much more I can make at this moment. I have to start researching like these things and these things and these things. So I think next episode I will go ahead. Oh, I said I was going to set up radars. Okay, so 1 second. I will be right back. I'm going to set up radars all around the perimeter. So I'll cut that out before I end the episode. That way I can just show you real quick. Okay. I went, and I'm going to break this up in multiple parts because it takes forever. But I went and I put radars down along the top and along this side. So we're going to have way more vision out here in the future. And then later I'll go and do it on this left side and the bottom side, but that was very tedious. So I'm going to end the video here. That was part 8. We're starting to produce things on the bus, so that's pretty exciting, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.